Hey, what up, everybody? This is Zero, and today we're gonna talk about overcoming. Can darkness be overcome? And depending on who you're asking, you may get other reactions. Oh yeah, and before I start, hey, Purple Paisley, hey, DJ Tony. I don't want y'all to think I didn't see y'all. Okay, that's what's up, brother. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate both of y'all for coming through. Yeah, so. It's pretty much like, depending on who you're asking, you may get different responses. Some people say it it can be. Some people say it can't be. Those are like the two biggest opinions that like either darkness is too great or light can overcome anything. Which it's to a certain point that yeah, light can overcome darkness if it's strong enough. Hey, Sonny, how you doing? But as far as I'm concerned, I would actually hold on a second. Trying to make sure. Okay, never mind. Okay, cool. Hold on a second. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, like yeah, it can be. I mean, it just depends on like the person and the I guess the strength of their heart and strength of the will. But if you haven't checked out if you haven't checked out my poem I did a couple days ago called Metamorphosis, that actually I use a lot of symbolism to kind of describe what's happened to me at the time. It was like a long time ago. It was like kind of like me just starting my path, and as far as that, I actually I say yeah, it can be, but I mean I don't recommend anybody doing this, but usually those who are considered the brightest, like shine the brightest, usually are the people who went through the deepest, darkest depths and came out stronger for it. Hey Shay, and if you heard my poem, which I probably will paste the written part of it, so you understand. I don't know why I didn't do that already, but yeah, in that story, it was showing me, like being in the deepest, darkest depths, and and managing to overcome it. But also, when it came to me, just and I guess I wrote this later, but I can't find the poems right. I can't find them right now. But pretty much, I had pretty much yeah, you can overcome the darkness, but it doesn't actually, darkness doesn't actually go away. Like I know that doesn't make sense, but and I mean, just because it's darkness doesn't mean it's evil. Just because it's light doesn't mean it's good. But because darkness and light are two forces, so it's just like what I've came to realize that that you need to kind of have an understanding. Like both sides need to have an understanding of one another, so that you can work better as one. Now, whether it's for the betterment or the detriment, that is entirely up to the person. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Actually, I think I said hey to you earlier. Yeah, I did. So, so when I wrote that story, it was, I mean, When I wrote it, I was pretty much like a pretty much wrote like a man possessed. Just be honest, like I felt compelled to write it, and I think even though I said in the video, I never actually meant to actually share that with everyone. It was actually just meant to be just for me, and I guess if somebody found it one day, then that'd have been it. But as far as that, I had like like I said, I wrote that like just like starting my path. So this wasn't like it was it. It was just like me coming to the realization of what I needed to do. So from that, I kind of just wrote out just really for my sake, to have it, to have it, have it written down somewhere so that that I could, inspire somebody. I guess somebody had happened to stuff on it. I guess maybe it was inspire somebody else, but I never actually intended on it to be, put out there. So yes, I mean, of course, there's like, other examples. I can't think of too many, but one that comes to my mind is Malcolm X. Think about it. Malcolm X was doing all this stuff, and he I mean, he did like all kind of horrible stuff, and you would think like, man, this dude is irredeemable. There is no way that this guy would ever change. Hey, Nadia, and when you see Malcolm X, it's like see Malcolm X now, like the change that he did. I'm pretty sure people that knew him probably thought he would never change. But him meeting the right people and all that, he did change for the better. Even though in the end, changing, him changing actually led to his, his untimely demise. He had, I mean, it's like, yeah, as far as like, spirituality goes, because spirituality applies to everything. I mean, now as far as, religion is applied to, certain set of doctrines and all that, but spirituality, if you're gonna be spiritual, it should be practical. Shouldn't if you can't apply it to your life, it's not necessary. So yeah, I think let me see. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I mean, with me personally, I don't adhere to a particular faith. I mean, I guess like if I adhere to a faith, it'd be my own. So with that, yeah, I mean, my biggest, biggest belief is in myself. I I completely believe in me. So if you there's no shake there's nothing to to shake off of me. I don't have to believe in any second well I don't say second but any deities. And when I have me, and I think there's like a reason why humanity is able to do great things. Now I'm not saying I said there's not a a, a being that's like over everything. Yeah, of course it is. And I think it's more of a collective. But I mean, that might go over people's heads, and I don't. So I mean, that might be another conversation. for that one. But but as far as that, like I mean, like I said, this is my path. So, whatever whatever someone believes, it should be something that, is personal for them, and by them. Even if you're still studying another faith and you're part of a religion, something like that, you should still have your own set of beliefs and principles and virtues, what you will live by. So as far as what was that, like, it's and like, and I guess I'll give a story about it that kind of like, shows you how powerful, like, being instilled with one's set of rules. I guess you say a code, but I don't really like, saying it. I mean, I guess it's a code, but if you really stand firm with it, it's more like an oath to yourself. And and it's like it's between you. It's just your oath. So if you're keeping it or not. You don't have to. There's no fronting. There's no hiding behind anything. You can't say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this," and be lying the whole time. Like you're lying. You just lying to yourself, and you know when you're lying. Hey, JT, Underrated Darkness. So you can't BS yourself. I mean, you could try. I mean, well, I guess people do lie themselves. People that lie. Most people, person they lie to the most is themselves. So I guess that could be, something right there. But I mean, if you took that look in the mirror, you like, hey, I'm gonna face it. Then you're ahead of the game. So so yeah, like yeah, so like story. Yeah, I guess I don't know if I mentioned it in one of the other ones when I last talked about light and darkness, but I guess if I didn't, I'll talk about it now. And I remember it was like some time ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. I remember like going to the going outside to the library. I mean, of course, it wasn't open or anything like that. It's just had like a just near the library. I was using the Wi-Fi there on my phone. Hey, World, how you doing, brother? I was using the Wi-Fi there, and when I used the Wi-Fi there, I mean, of course, I go on the internet and all that. Like back then, times were rough, rough. Oh, I appreciate that, JT. Okay, Tony. I don't know how long I'm be on though, but yeah, yeah. If you get up for my live edge, yeah, I'll be happy to have you come up. But yeah, well, for I like I get and it's just like and I gotta let me get back to the story because after I get through with my examples, then I'll just see if anybody wants. I'll put the link in there and see if anybody wants to come up. But yeah, I was outside. I was chilling. I was like I was on my phone. I was just looking up stuff and probably like downloading videos to either YouTube videos or videos to shows I watch, so I could go back in the house and just watch them on my phone because I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like mobile service, so I had to do it on Wi-Fi. And I remember watching it on there, and I mean, I was like on my phone, and I think I was about ready to get ready to leave anyway, but I was still doing stuff. And I see two guys walk by. I'm like looking because I mean, nighttime, like in the hood, I'm already like on alert. It's nighttime hood. You got to be looking out. Well, these dudes walk by. It looked like they went He walked right by me like nothing was happening. Like okay, like they just walking by. So that went back on my phone, and then one dude like he points a gun in my face. Well, not my face, but he points a gun in me. And he was like said, "Come up with everything," and I'm just looking at him crazy, like hold up, you serious? Cause and I didn't really even say nothing. One because I was scared or anything like that. I was just more like looking at him like, okay, you're pointing a gun at me. It was, yeah, I wasn't even scared. That was the funny part about it. I wasn't even scared. Matter of fact, I wasn't even phased by it, and I wasn't even trying to pretend to be, trying to pretend to be tough. I just wasn't phased by it, and I remember saying to myself, yeah, everybody want to go to me. I'd rather be, I'd rather go out and be a hostage. I thought I was just BSing myself, but 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 yeah, like pointing the gun at me. So I'm like looking at him very like okay, and then like once he's like, come on with everything. And I'm just looking at him crazy. And once I realized he's serious, now I'm getting mad. And I didn't, I didn't really care if I, went or went out or not. But as far as that, like, for whatever reason, some Simon tell me you gonna make it through this. It was just like Air Force telling me like, yeah, you gonna be all right. So don't even worry about it. So he still put it up. And I guess like and for whatever reason, I feel like my third eye on my forehead like charging up. I don't know what's about to happen, but whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna get me out of it. I don't know what was gonna happen, but I guess like once I felt it charging up, and it was like okay. Then like his boy was like his own boy was standing by outside him. He said, "Hey man, look at," he said, "You probably got that. That's why he looked at you like you're stupid." And then I guess he gave up and left. So they walked off, and I sat there, waited till they waited till I couldn't see it no more, and then after that, I just I left. So I went home, and when I got home, that's what I realized. Like, dang, he pointed a gun at me, and I didn't get phased or nothing. I was like, what just? I was like, yeah. I mean, but that was crazy though. I mean, I mean, through the whole time, I was not scared at all. And then I remember telling my one of my best friends like the next day he told him about it, and he was saying, yeah, he said, I mean, when I told him that, he wasn't even surprised that I even reacted that way. He said, yes, I know you got a strong spirit. Cause I can see that, he said, I can see that you got a strong spirit. So I mean, it was showing me like I said, I mean, in my spirit, I refuse to let him, take anything from me. Yeah, pretty much, Nadia. I pretty much stared out a barrel, no weapons, and didn't get robbed or anything. Yeah, that's when I knew like I had real power, and this I mean, and that was just like the first time, I mean, well, at least that fact, not for. I mean, that's the only time I had a gun pointed at me, but but yeah, like the second time I remember there was and it probably happened multiple times, like cops are trying to come. That's what you talking about. You fit the description, all that, and then No, I wasn't shocked, Nadia. I really wasn't. I am not afraid to die. I don't longer I haven't had that fear in so long. But I but yeah, like the second time, like cops like in the cops and it's like if I had, you know, had fallen if I had like just slipped out, I felt like if I had slipped out of my, stepped off my square a little bit, I feel like yeah, I probably could have, went to jail for BS, I mean, of course, it would have found out that, that nothing, that they, made a false arrest. But as far as that, like, they were trying to, me and I mean, they would try, to, I mean, they ain't try to intimidate me, but it seemed like they probably wanted to, but for whatever reason, they just didn't. And they would ask me, oh yeah, this the idea or something like that, and I'm like, I mean, I had my ID on me. I was like, no, I have it on me. So he asked for the social. I gave him social. He ran my number. Found out I ain't have no warrants or nothing like that. I had a clean record, and nothing he could do. But it's like far as like that. That was like one case, and then another case was I was coming back from a church. I was helping out with the. I was volunteering at the room in the inn, and I was walking home. I remember I walked home, and I was almost home, and these two cops just was driving down, and they saw me and stopped. So they want to ask me where I'm going. I told them where I was going, told them where I was at, and I told them, hey, if you if you don't believe me, I mean, I can show you where it's at, and then all that, because they looked like they would do something, and I was just like, my spirit was like, I'm not gonna let you do nothing to me. That's one thing, like saying in the inside, I'm not gonna let you infringe on my free will. So I mean, of course, like after I said that, and I told them where I was at, they let me go. I mean, one, they ain't really have no reason to really rest or detain me because I'm not doing anything. I mean, I guess like thank God, but I mean, I really say it's me, but or the Most High. But I mean, like I said, I let people make their own interpretations of it, as long as it's it ain't slandering what I'm saying. That's all. But yeah, it let me go. Yeah, and I mean, I just like I mean, it's just like when you have I guess like unshakable faith, like when they talk about in religion, having that unshakable faith, and having your own set of I mean, especially when it's like your own set of rules and virtues and all that, stuff that you live by. It makes it easier and makes it more personal. Like it's like you and you alone are responsible for it. But I mean, as far as that, like yeah, I mean, it just shows like I mean, it's like when you have it, like yeah. I mean, what I'm trying to say, yeah, when you have it, it's almost like even though you live by the code, you honor and protect that code, and in turn, the code protects you. It's like you like have like this aura of protection around you. Like if even somebody wanted to try something with you, they can't. You know, and I think that kind of ties in with will too, like how strong your will is. Because well, yeah, I mean, I guess you have to have a strong will to have to have a really strong will to have an unmovable, unshakable faith. So Well, let me go and put this in the link in the chat. So maybe people have more. Maybe have more to talk about. But yeah, maybe people have something they want to add to it. Feel free to add if you want to add to the conversation. Change this real quick. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, so anybody feel like share, you're more than welcome to. I put the link in the chat. You said mercy and covering. Can you explain that, Nadia? I'm a little lost. Yeah, because I would put the comment up, but the StreamYard chat is moving super slow. Hey, Purple, how you doing? But yeah, I've always been a firm believer that people are more powerful than we give credit for. So much we can do, and I believe everybody has that hidden power within them. Yeah, Purple, you got here late. Apparently, I just inspired a lot of people, inspired some people in the chat. I was trying to figure out what you were saying. But let's see. Oh, were you trying to say his mercy and covering? Okay, I appreciate that, Nadia. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nadia's being respectful, Crystal. Yeah, as far as me, and I know, like, people have, talked about, certain things, and, as far as, people have, like, heard about certain things, I guess, like in spirituality, they say, oh, yeah, this, I heard about this and that. Oh, okay. Okay, I see now. Oh, okay, okay, I see what you mean now. Okay, but yeah, it's like when people see, talk about, oh yeah, the talk about spirit world. I don't think a lot of people really understand like what's really how the world really is, like for real. Because because it's like it's a lot of amazing things that that a lot of people don't know about, but it's also a lot of things that could terrify you and probably make you hide under the bed for a long time. But it's like anything else in life. You take the good with the bad. Hey, Gigi. So yeah, it's like I don't. Cause it's kind of funny, like how I kind of, actually even came to have that strong will. That took a long time because I remember early childhood, even though, I tried to be tough, I was pretty much, terrified, a lot as a kid. Like I think up until I was 18, cause like I had seen and experienced some stuff that terrified the hell out of me. But when I came 18, it was like I was at a certain point. I had to get a certain point like where I had to make a I had to make a choice because it was going to be one way or the other. Either I was going to live in fear for the rest of my life, or I would work to try to understand what it is I am afraid of. Pretty much, it's kind of like that fear of the unknown. So I always look to figure I always look try to seek out what try to figure out what's like unknown to me and what's out there. So once I figured out, like once I figured out, it kind of takes away the the power of fear that this thing could hold over me. So I always like even now, like like I no longer afraid because now came to understand it with like yeah, there's unknown out there, but at the same time I want to try to figure it out. So I will never I will never live in fear as long as I'm always searching for the truth. So I guess like that decision alone kind of impacted me greatly. But there was other factors, other people that helped along the way because I don't think anybody any one person could do everything by themselves. I think that's kind of silly if someone thinks that. I think it wouldn't be possible to actually do that. I guess you could probably say it if you were maybe the only person on the planet. Maybe you could say that. Other than that, I don't. Yeah. I was reading the comments and I just lost my train of thought. I get back on the train. I'll get back on the train in a minute, but yeah, yeah, now yeah. Well, I mean, as long as you're, trying to work on it, you'll eventually beat it. I mean, I didn't get over my fear of death in a day. Not even a month. I was thinking in a year. It still took me. It took. I think it took me like several years to actually get over it. And I think that was around the same time I actually started, changing, starting on my path. So hey, Jacinda. But I mean, I don't, I don't claim to be, this great person. I mean, I consider, I mean, far as me, I agree. Well, not agree. I strive to be a decent human being. If I can just, be decent, I'll at least be able to, I'll at least be able to, connect with people and really, you know, live out my purpose with, dang, I lost my train of thought again. Dang. Well, I mean, I strive to be a decent being. Like I don't. I mean, I could strive to be a great human being, but it's just like, I mean, I ain't. I mean, I've done some. I've done some terrible things in the past. Like, you probably met me over a decade ago. You probably wouldn't say that. But like I said, I mean, I had, but it was like, going on that path that, that led me to the path I'm on now. So, guess if I didn't experience that, I wouldn't, be able to talk about certain things. You're 28. You just became 28. I appreciate that, Purple. But I mean, I would say it's about that. I'm gonna let it go today. I'm letting it go today because I'm in Today, I'm gonna let the 28 go. But tomorrow. But yeah, yeah. But like I said, I'll let it go today. But I ain't gonna tomorrow. Tomorrow, I can't promise what happens tomorrow. But today, you get a pass. But yeah, I mean, but as far as that, like I mean, I know you say I'm more than decent. I mean, I might be, but I don't really see myself as a good or a bad person. I mean, like I said, I just do the best. Like I said, I try to be a decent person and do the best I can. Now you cut up in the chat. I wish I could show it, but hey, StreamYard is so slow. Uh, I mean, whatever age you are nowadays, you know. I mean, I guess you can pull that off. But let me go ahead and. All right. Okay. Oh, it ain't. Okay, there we go. Hey, Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, hey. I know. I understand what you're saying, but no, seriously, some chick over there just bought a Jeep just like me, trying to show out. They losing their minds over here. For real, for real. You ain't losing your mind, they losing their minds. She's trying to size me. She put the same color and everything, revving it up.
um,
Yeah, it's like silent. But no, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. The feeling is strong.
yeah.
And it's a disaster happening upon us, right?
Okay. You said disaster happened upon us. Is that what you're saying?
A little bit. Yeah. If you let it happen.
Yeah. I mean, like as far as what I mean. As far as like creation and destruction energy. I mean, I guess it depends on how it's used. You know, it could be good or bad depending on how you use it.
Right. And also it's also been in we've been in a mind frame, for so long that it became regular and it's not really the way we are. Like seriously, like if we met in person it wouldn't be this way.
Okay, so I mean, can you just explain a little bit? Like, I mean, I think just for everybody else.
For everybody else,
Yeah, yeah. What you mean by?
no one is really what they truly are on TV. This is made for TV. People who met me in actuality, or if I met the people I met in actuality, are actually very functional people. We don't
Okay,
care. Yeah, we don't carry our sadnesses around or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm very timid in real life.
I
Yeah,
can, I can see that.
no, but when I'm a businesswoman, I go on headstrong and I demand the room and but I make people laugh. I'm the life of the party. But at the same time, I'm like, when they're like, "What's wrong with G?" I'm like, "Shoot, what's wrong with y'all?"
you know, you, like that quote. Because I remember mentioning it like several times for like other live streams and videos. Like, I remember the video talking about like how like how how people can write their own stories. It's like I kind of I always thought about it, but then like of course, like I remember that quote Shakespeare had put in the play. I mean, in the play A Midnight Summer Dream. He said it said all the world's a stage. So it's like so it's like all the world's stage. So it's like everybody's like everybody is acting. Like everybody has different parts to play,
That's all it
like
is.
different situations. So it's
It's all an act.
and
Yeah.
and and I mean, well, I mean, not just an act, but it's a story that you could write. You can change. You don't like the story, change the story. Like, oh, I don't
Yes,
like the
that's
story. Let me
philosophy.
rewrite it. Yeah, nah.
That's true philosophy. You got it to the pinpoint, and people who don't understand it don't will never get it.
Yeah. I
Th-
mean, yeah, yeah. I mean,
mhm.
it's not just philosophy. I mean, it's just like, hey, if you don't like something going on with your life, change the script, or if you're,
Uh,
unless you're not writing the script and somebody's writing it for you, then you might want to. If you don't like the script somebody writing for you, you better get your own. opt out of that script and get into your own script.
Or just live your own damn life and be proud of it, you know?
I mean, yeah,
Be good
yes,
to yourself,
yeah,
you know?
that's what I was saying. Like, write your own script. Like, if you write your own script, you control the story. But if someone's controlling your story, then you're limited to what they want you to do.
Nadia said, all my life I had to fight. Yeah, girl. Who ain't had to fight? Who ain't had to fight for their life?
I mean, not as mess with me, because I got
And
on
then
because
and
I got
then
on
you
about
mm-hmm.
yeah. I was like, because I was about to get on about 28, but I was like, I said, by her being 28, I said I'm gonna let that go for today. So
Well, it's okay because you can be young and really be freaking in tune with yourself, or be mature, or be an old soul. And that's the thing. I
yeah,
was an old soul at a young age that I became young at a freaking young, older age, where it was like, forget this. This is time for you to relax.
you know what? Like, I always, and people, and I know people have disagree with me on this, but I think it's a way for people to actually be immortal. But I mean, I don't know how it's going to how that would work. But as I know, there's got to be a way somehow, some way. I know there's something to it.
We're making it work. While I pop this bottle, hold on. Why is my car keys trying to turn the? I told you I was going to my Jeep to talk to you because I didn't want the neighbors to hear me. Because that little monster upstairs be, dropping stuff. She be bouncing balls. She think it's playtime whenever she hears my voice. Oof.
Uh,
But no, no. I feel what you're saying, but you gotta be, and then that's the thing, because they don't know who you are. Seriously, they don't know that you've raised kids, you've done this, you've been a teacher, you've helped the elderly, you've seen people pass away, you've gone to funerals. They don't see that. All they think about, some people think about, is hurting you. And then some people think about is like, okay, how am I gonna make myself more famous? Or some others, they're very into, the situation of the here and now.
well, I
And then
mean, well,
yeah,
I would say, well, if you really think about it, like we're always living in the here and now.
yeah,
Honestly, because like the past is like what already happened, and future what will or could happen.
yeah.
So it's like me. I always strive for balance. So like yeah, like there may be people that are looking to hurt people, but there are people looking to love people as well.
Mm-hmm. So true. Because we also look at, like, it's like, how can you play favoritism? It's like if you have a kid, who's your favorite? I don't look. You can't do that to me. You know what I mean?
With kids, there shouldn't be no favors anyway because if you have one as a favorite, the other one always the other one always gets left out.
Exactly. Then there's the competition problem. And then, oh gosh, let me not raise my voice. That's when it becomes a situation. This is why I was talking about. Okay, the chick next to me saw my Jeep and bought the same Jeep. Now the Jeeps look complicated. Now she's sizing me. I don't know what she's doing. She got the same freaking vehicle, same truck that I got, with the same color. Who's she trying to impress? Me or my man or whoever else? You gotta understand the complication of how people's minds freaking work sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like, I mean, I think like
You said yeah.
with like with every with with everybody. I mean, no one completely knows everything about somebody, but but in time you could probably know enough where you either can form a real bond with this person, or you let it go.
Yeah, I let it go for reals until they keep latching. They keep latching. Then I gotta make them fetch a twitch. You know, pick your belt.
Yeah.
Because no, sometimes you gotta like freaking really it's like I've never been in a situation where I'm like, wow, for real, you guys, are we doing this? And then when I try to tell them about this, and it's like on deaf ears, when you be like, okay, I'm just gonna let you let it happen. Okay. You didn't know nothing. Oh, you didn't learn nothing. Meanwhile, there's a freaking truck that keeps coming up and down my street, and people like in mask, and dogs going like, what the ring? Deer is eating up flowers and stuff. I'm saying something is happening over here.
Uh,
You
I
said
come
I
on.
don't know.
Yeah.
Wait till they find out, because they don't get my sense of humor. I'm sorry, I came off strong.
Some of you don't know, now you
Now
know,
you
nigga.
know. I'll find out sooner or later. I've been telling them for years. I'm like, this shit. Look, this is for real. This is surreal. Yes, it don't make sense, but this is gonna happen to you. And they were like, mm. They were sleeping on us. Nadia, girl, go ahead and sip up. Sip up, girl. It's okay. Cause you ain't going nowhere. Cause we're quarantined. I love Nadia. Nadia's over there like, oh yeah.
I mean, me. I'm essential worker, so I gotta get out and go. I mean, I don't think I would want to sit in the house unless I'm working or something.
And you understand what the name? Okay, okay. Let me not say anything because you're online. I wanted
Okay.
to. Yeah. Let me not do that. Yeah, essential worker you are. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. Uh-huh. I got 5 jobs now.
I guess that make you a Mexican.
I got okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. I got my YouTube job. I've got my
Okay.
YouTube job.
Okay.
I've got I've got my jewelry job. I've got the let me feed the elderly jobs. I got the you know go ahead and make food job. Plenty of jobs. You can't tell me nothing. I'm about to show everybody how many jobs I got. She gonna be like, "Ooh, no, she didn't." Yes, I did. I
Oh
know
yeah.
we can only crack each other up, huh?
Don't you got like the jury making job and the photo photography
Yeah.
job too.
I'm a job guru. I'm a Jamaican.
I was just gonna say that.
I got 5 jobs. I'm a comedian. I'm a singer.
Hey, you really see. But yeah. I was like saying like Jamaicans be having on the job saying that's why the Jamaicans don't be that's why the Jamaicans don't be happy all the time. They don't
That's why they
they
be
don't
miserable.
that's why they don't be looking they don't a lot of them don't look too happy. I'm like, yeah, bro, working on jobs and make don't make you stress you out. Like I don't feel like smiling. Like you smile too much for Jamaican, they look at you like you funny or something like that. I'm like, oh.
That's why they growing dress. They be like, I got to work. I ain't got time for no bottles. They be like, girl, they like, I'm a lion. They be like, I'm fierce. I be like, oh, okay, do your thing, okay. Some of them be Tasmanian devils, so you be like, mm-mm.
Oh, you gotta be thinking about Looney Tune with Taz. You like what Taz? You spin around all that.
or Martian, what's his name? Martian, what's his name?
I think it's like Marvin the Martian. I think.
Yeah, Marvin the Martian. I'll be like, black as ever, but he was all like, nope. Every time he came to her, he was like, nope, not right. This ain't the right time. Make you laugh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Everybody's having laughter moments in a tough time. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's like with tough time, we actually, and it's funny, we actually created our own prison. If you really
Yeah.
think about it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right. And this
you
is
create
why
a yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We created a prison with the prison guards and with the prison.
We do, and then that's the thing. And at the same time, okay, they don't understand me trying to balance this thing out because I can be serious as ever. But do you really want that? Because I can be that. I have a great. Can I say this out loud? I don't know. Bitch
I don't know.
resting face. I'd be like, what the, what the, huh? I'd be like, are we playing games right now? Like, seriously, checkmate. No pun intended, by the way. But it was kind of like, it's kind of like, are you seriously gonna park in my parking space right now?
Yeah. You mean that metaphorically, or somebody trying to park in your parking space right now?
No, 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 no. But you know what I'm? Yeah, man. They've tried it, but
Oh,
but it's kind of like something you kind of like look back and you like, oh man, I ain't even trying to deal with you right now because you're pulling me to your when people pull you to their level and you like, I'm upset. I'm upset because I'm disappointed in the effort I made for you. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah. So I understand you feeling like, or anybody else feeling like, because these are trial and tribulations and um places in time when we need each other, and then that's when it's like, well, are you serious? And then I'm like, no, 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 I gotta find my happy place because I will forget what you just said. I will in a minute. I'd be like, in a quickness, my mind will go blank. That's why I said I don't understand people who can remember everything. I'd be like, where
I
is
don't think.
this going? Where you
Wow.
said I was like. Huh?
Well, I mean, I don't think everybody remember everything, but yeah, I don't think people, I don't think people don't usually like just forget everything like that.
They got a whole script. I'm like, I need a role, man. I'm in a movie right now. They straight up freaking be remembering stuff. I'm like, oh shoot, I need to step up my game. But I'm like, what game am I playing for? What team am
Yeah.
I on?
I mean, as far as teams, I say it should be on your own team. I
Nadia said,
mean,
Jamaican family. Yes,
oh yeah,
girl. My brother is Jamaican. I got cousins that's Jamaican, and they be talking that patois. I be like, look, how did this dude get your car door off the hinges? She goes, he Jamaican. I'm like, oh, it solves it all.
it was like between that thing with like Chris Brown and Rihanna. It was like, they Jamaican. Oh, okay. It makes
Everything.
perfect sense. Makes perfect
Well,
sense.
yeah. Well, she's Caribbean, but we're Caribbean
But
too.
same. I mean,
Like
same difference. Same
that makes
difference.
perfect sense, but to everybody else, it don't. But
Yeah,
we be like, mm-mm.
I'm be like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Both of them are crazy. Nah,
we be we be bumping heads and stuff, fun stuff. I'm telling you, we be doing crazy stuff. When our parents told us to go play outside, we went on a venture.
you
We
got me
went to
thinking
the
about it. You got to think about like Tony Baker did his stand up. He was like saying, he was like how back then like kids don't want to go outside. He was like he was like to us outside was life. It's like you want to say hey you
mm.
going in or go out. He said you either go in or go out. He said no just outside either. He said hey you understand no outside no just outside
Well, no.
please outside.
When
You
we
know like
went outside, we was waking up extra early for no reason, knowing we don't wake up for church or for
That
school.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like outside was life,
Yeah.
you want to go outside. Talking about, oh, you can't go outside. No,
Yeah.
please, outside.
Look, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and we used to be like, cook. We used to heck, like, heck, you awake, come outside. We used to ride our bicycle, like, we used to, like, ride bicycles everywhere. We used to be gone. But
Yeah,
when we knew when food was ready. Everybody knew when food was ready.
yeah,
Mama
you got.
always had freaking dinner.
I remember like the rule like was like when you went outside, have much fun outside you want to, but you better come back in better be in the house for the street lights come on.
Yeah, always. And so
Yeah,
you be running, and then you're like, uh-oh, I'm about to get in trouble. Uh-oh.
yeah.
But
Street
me,
lights come on. You better hurry up and get in the house.
that was the good old days. Oh my goodness. They
Now,
don't
now,
do
now,
that
now,
no
now.
more.
Well, I mean, it's not something they don't do anymore because they completely plugged in now. So it's like, I
They
mean,
can't.
it's like even back then, like even when we had like games, we rather be outside, boy, play the games, we'd play them. But it's like,
Right?
but I remember I had like a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and all that, but I was still want to go
Yeah.
outside. I'd be like, yeah, I got to go
Boy,
outside.
hella, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think,
you put your
I think,
your
yeah,
best
yeah,
friend came and rode their bikes down and said, I got some bazooka gum or
yeah,
now laters. And I'm like,
yeah.
you got now laters.
Yeah,
With
I
the
remember.
little juicy things.
I remember when we used to go and see the candy. Sometime me and my friends would go down and see the candy lady. We want to go and buy them freeze cups. Oh man, they were
Hmm.
like so good.
How many people are watching us right now? I can't tell.
I mean, say five on there, but I mean, I think like the count on the stream
Uh,
yard is off, but
hey,
but
you,
but but
you
yeah, like we used to go and buy like freeze cups like 50 cent, and I mean, it used to be like good too, and
yeah, well, that's when you had change. Yeah, your mother used to send you to the grocery store.
now my mom didn't send me to the grocery store.
They knew you at the grocery store because your mama would send you to the grocery store to get some stuff.
My mom didn't send me to the grocery store. I mean, you might send y'all.
Never,
Nah,
never. We got sent
no,
to the grocery store.
no, because
No.
I was out.
Well, I was in Brooklyn back then, so it was like UNITY unity, UN.
Uh,
I'm telling you, we was from back in the day. We were like, I'm telling you, it was crazy back then. We used to see Queen Latifah seriously, uh, rooming around Brooklyn. And I'd be like, she'd be like, "Hi, kids." She was cool. We'd be like, UNITY. And we'd be riding our little bikes. Then I get into a big bike, and people be like, "You be riding bikes?" I'd be like, kinda.
yeah. Not. I got a little bread. It was just for myself, but I never had to go out there and get it. But but yeah, I mean, we come back to it. But have you? I don't know if you want to share any stories of you. Maybe you had shared stories something about overcoming darkness. I don't know if you have any stories like that.
Overcoming
If you want to,
darkness.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm. There's a lot of darkness that happens in life. I had
I'm
a
saying.
I had a niece who um committed suicide. I went to her funeral, and um it broke my heart. This was a little girl I raised up, and then um I helped raised. Let's put it that way. Um I showed her about Cirque du Soleil, and she was doing cartwheels to show me. And I was always proud of her. When I went to her funeral, I'm gonna tell you the sad part of it. And this is not the only funeral I went to. When I went to her funeral, her oof, I changed seats because the people behind me were laughing like this was a joke. And I'm sitting there like my little niece just passed away. This is how I've been to so many funerals that I know who's real and who's fake, who came and who didn't, and
I
who
mean, I mean,
sat
we.
there, who
I mean,
sat
I
there,
mean, I mean,
who sat.
we can stop there. We can stop if we want to if it's
No, it's
getting too
okay.
much for it. Okay.
It's okay. Let it out.
All right.
I still got her little, her picture um near my television and and I still can constantly hear her giggling, and we're laughing together, you know. And she always was like, "Gee, you got double chin. You got a double chin." I said, "What, girl? If you don't get," and I used to be like, "If you don't get on my face right now," you know. But she always was like, "I love you." She always was like, "I love you." But also, I remember I was in a relationship where it was constantly I was going to funerals, and it was constantly, um, and I saw the repeated pattern of the people who just wanted to see you dead, and it was some people who wish you were alive. This is why they keep people out of funerals and out of weddings, because some people don't want to see your happiness at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know how to grieve. I don't know if they wished worst on them. I don't understand the concept, but it all was kind of like surreal.
Yeah, I totally get that.
It's yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And it's not something I really want to talk about. Like
Yeah. Like I
it's not.
say, yeah, I mean, it's like I told you before, if you don't want to talk about something, you don't have to do it,
I know.
I'll, ne-
It's
I
not
never make, I'll
that.
never make you do it.
No, I know you didn't, but it's something that's probably needed to be spoken about. It's probably somebody needed to hear it, because we've all, like I think I mentioned something, and it was kind of like, no, it's not about. And I've been there. I've been to the point. I've been to the point of where she was at, where she took her life, and I've been there. And I was all like, shoot, time. It's about time. It's about my time right now. And then it was all like, no, no, keep it together. Or I was close to it. So I don't blame anybody who thought about it.
Yeah, man, it shouldn't.
No, it really, this is why I try to bring laughter and a lot more joy, or balance it out, because that anger, it pushes people to a point.
Oh, I definitely understand that a lot. Like, yeah, just like when I was like, I don't know if you had listened to the poem I did about metamorphosis. I sent you a link. I don't know if you had looked at it or not, but
Not
uh,
yet. I've been resting, trying to keep my composure.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like in that poem, I was like, talking about how I was in the darkness, and like even when then, like I had like a lot of anger in me, a lot. Like it
Really?
was just like a lot of rage.
Really?
Yeah,
Look,
like I was at the point I was so angry, I just wanted to hurt people.
yeah, and I know the feel. We all know the feel. Look, we all know the feeling. See, me, I'm not into. Oh, I've destroyed dishes. I've destroyed my furniture. I've moved. I left. I deleted. I'm one of those. I'm like, and then people are like, what is wrong with her? I'm like, I'm done with it, but it's a cleansing moment.
Yeah,
It rejuvenates you. It makes you feel better, and then it's like a growing process. It's growing pains. It's growing pains.
yeah.
Shoot, the other day I woke up, I was like sweating and cold at the same moment. I was like, what is the whole happening? And I called I called one of my aunties, and I called my mom, and they're like, you might be going through menopause. I'm like, don't tell me that. Who are
Oh,
you talking to right now? going through a, I don't know why they don't even schedule you men on what you guys are going through, because sometimes we need to know what y'all about right now. Y'all going through some changes.
We go through changes. It ain't no, oh, ain't no set time for it.
Yeah.
But if we did have, what we would go through. Oh yeah, men would be so messed up. Society would be so messed up right now. Especially if our time, especially we had time of month and our time of month line with the women time of month. Oh, I mean, come on, that ain't gonna work for nobody. Be more messed up.
That's when I be pulling out dominoes. I be like, let's play dominoes. We know this game right now because I'm about to win. Oh, oh gosh. I don't
Yeah,
know. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
Mother Nature. It's God's given to us.
yeah. It's all part of life. We have joy and struggles. You know, moments of happiness, moments of sadness.
Straight up.
There's different moments for everything. So
Yeah. Yeah. Always. And and people have to understand that you gotta sometimes you gotta for you will forget, because I'm telling you, with old age you're gonna start forgetting stuff,
yeah,
and you're
I
gonna
mean,
forget what's important, what's not important, and what's important to you. So you're gonna have decisive memory.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? That's why some people can black out. I'm one of those. I'm clearly like, I'm like, I don't remember that. So whatever. But sometimes I'm like, I can remember things, but then I'm like, I can't clearly remember what. No. Mm-mm. Or you can scream in my ear, but dang, I can zone it out and not listen anymore. You know?
yeah,
But if you look me in the eyes, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I get it.
yeah, most definitely. Well, I think I've all talked out.
Yeah.
At least on here anyway.
Okay.
But I
We
mean,
had a
well, let's
great
say,
time.
yeah, but you gonna mess with later. You know how to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate you. Coming on, GG.
of course. Of course. And, I wanted to give my, other things was happening with
Yeah, I
life.
understand. Yeah, I mean, I got like uh, you know, a few things going on that just kind of threw a curveball at me this week, but
Yeah,
I'm
same
I'm
thing
I made
here.
the yeah.
Yeah. Made sound decisions. Yep,
Oh
we
yeah,
did. Yeah,
yeah. I was
we
yeah,
made it. Once
yeah.
again. Okay. See you soon, okay?
All right, thanks for coming by.
All right.
All right, all right. So I see y'all. Oh yeah. So yeah, thank y'all for coming through. I'm gonna end this before I do. I'm gonna give some shout outs and then we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, and shout out to Crystal for her support. Shout out to, I'm gonna do it where I can see it. Shout out to the world. Shout out to Sunny. Shout out to DJ Tony. Shout out to Underrated Darkness. Shout out to Nadia. Shout out to Purple Paisley, Lupus Effect. Shout out to who else? Dang, I got it. Shout out to Purple. Shout out to E. Of course, shout out to Gigi for coming on the panel and shout out to Jacinda. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, I just said shout out to you, Ready Seas. Uh, and I think that's. Oh yeah, shout out to Chef Real Young. But but yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I really now that you're going a little too far now. See, okay, so so yeah, so I will see y'all later. Wholeness and balance vibrations. I really appreciate y'all for coming through. Wholeness, balance, vibration, people, and I will see you later. Have a great night. All right, and we're gonna end it with the music. Oh no, that's the background. Oh, wrong one. All right, here goes the music.